secret underground dark stream. It's dark and underground. Basil's secret underground dark stream. It's dark and underground. Basil's secret underground dark stream. It's dark and underground. Basil's secret underground dark stream. It's dark and underground. Basil's secret underground dark stream. It's dark and underground. Basil's secret underground dark stream. It's dark and underground. Basil's secret underground dark stream. It's dark and underground. Basil's secret underground dark stream. It's dark underground. Secret underground dark stream. It's dark underground. Basil's secret underground dark stream. It's dark underground. Basil's secret underground dark stream. It's dark underground. Basil's secret underground dark stream. It's dark underground. Cup of tea. Hello, this is Basil. This is Basil's Secret Underground Dark Stream, and it's Sunday night. It's just gone 9, and this is a Edinburgh preview special. I'm gonna do it. I thought Edinburgh starts this week. The Edinburgh Fringe Festival starts this week, so I thought I'd do what's the word? Preview. What's the word? A preview. Let's see who's in the chat. Hello, Dr. Greggles. Dr. Greggles is in the chat. Hello, Dr. Greggles. Hello, James31. Dr. Greggles says, Merry evening. Merry evening, Dr. Greggles. James31 says, Happy affiliate anniversary. Oh, yeah, Twitch. Got something on Twitch about that. What is an affiliate anniversary? I really don't know. Some Twitch bollocks. Pablo says the same thing. Happy affiliate anniversary. Is it? It must be 3 years. It must be 3 years. 3 years since I got whatever affiliate is. They have these stupid things on Twitch, don't they? Affiliate. Yeah, it's some Twitch bollocks. That's exactly what it is. They have affiliate, a partner. Is it? You can get to partner. You get people are on Twitch desperately trying to get things. Desperately trying to get an affiliate or a partner. Thank you, Gav. I've got someone else to thank as well. I can't kiss Gav without permission. Anyway, thank you, Gav. That's very good of you. And who was it? Was it Dr. Greggles? I think it was Dr. Greggles. Let me scroll if I can work this thing. No, it looks like I can't work the fucking thing. It was Dr. Greggles subscribed. Thank you, Doctor. A big kiss for Doctor Greggles, and a kiss for Gav if he permits it, of course. Yes, please, he says. Big kiss for Gav too. Thank you both, Doctor Greggles and Gav Cross. I was just banging on. I was just moaning about, as I usually do, moaning about Twitch has wished me a happy affiliate anniversary because it's 3 years. I think it must be 3 years, and I've complained about it and I'm moaning about it as if it's washing up, so watching only. Fair enough. Gav's got his hands plunged into some warm, soapy suds. Who else is here? Yeah, some people on Twitch desperately want to become partner. I think, do you get more money out of it or something? You have to get so many viewers or stream for so many hours. I don't know. Where will we be if Twitch finished tomorrow? If Twitch went out of business, it'd be like, imagine what life was like before Twitch. Must have been absolutely horrendous. How did we cope? And of course, if Twitch finished, we'd all run into the streets, jump off the top of multi-story car parks. Anyway, I've moaned enough about Twitch. Edinburgh, like a bird's egg, says Dr. Eagles. Yes, it's the Edinburgh Fringe Festival starting in a couple of days' time. Anyway, thank you. Hello, Dan. Hi, peeps and aliens. Hello, Dan. Hello, Pablo. Hello, James. Hello, Mission Control. Who else is here? It told me to press a button, says Pablo. Yeah, it does. It's very controlling, Twitch. It's trying to take over. Fight against it. I just ate a millionaire's yum nut. Mission Control. Very nice too. Bliss. It was Blois, and then it was Bliss. I don't recall getting an affiliate anniversary notification from them bastards. Yeah, you've missed out there, Dr. Greggles. It feels absolutely incredible. So I really do feel sorry for you. Can anyone hear the stream? Well, hopefully, Pablo. Pablo, can you change? Can someone tell Pablo to change? Type Pablo to change his. Try and change his. Let me listen on my phone. See if it works. Can someone tell Pablo to change? Type works fine. Pablo to change his. Try and change his. What's my? I think mine's on auto. Mine is on. Hang on. Yeah, mine's on auto. 720p auto. It says. Try that. Try auto. I don't know what you're on, Pabs, at the moment. But try. It's hard to call you Pabs. Everyone's calling you Pabs. Basil says change. Type. It changes. Look on my phone. I don't know why it plays up so much. But I got very fast internet going now from my spaceship. I know it has to go all the way down to Earth. But I can hear it fine, says Arshak. Hello, Arshak. Dan's trying to get timed out. I bet Wazzo does his best to be Bezos' friend and would live an affiliate. Oh yeah, Wazzo's desperate to be partner. He's a pathetic little specimen, and he's got no life. He's got no life of his own. So becoming a partner, I'm not even sure whether he's on Twitch. Is he Wazzo? He's probably on there somewhere under a different name. Hi, I'm in. Hey, Shaq. Hello, Pablo. Hey, Shaq. I'm in. Hey, Shaq. Elcott. Luckily, I live an hour on the train away from Edinburgh, so we'll be popping up to check it out on the 8th when I'm off work. Nice, Elcott. I'm currently. You might not know. I'm currently in space. You can see the proof right behind me. This is my little wheel that goes round and round. As long as that goes round and round, I think everything's fine. The moon is just over. Hang on, everything's crooked. The moon's over there, slightly over that way. The moon's over there, 750 metres away. I'm very close to the surface of the moon. I've lost control of my spaceship. But fortunately, I can get back down to Earth. And my home base My home base is in Edinburgh. What's this? What's this link Mission Control's put up? I'm gonna have to have a look. Ah, yes, I see. Captain Wazzo is on. He is on Twitch with 5 followers, 5 maniacs, brainwashed women, probably all of them. And right, I'm gonna pop into my. Let's pop into my. I've got an extra special pod. I've got an extra special pod. There we are. I'm in the special pod. I'm in the Fringe pod. This is Basil's official Fringe pod, and you can't quite see the word Fringe. Let's I lean over like that. It's Fringe. I'm actually appearing down there as well, aren't I? Let's get rid of the bottom one. I'm going up to Edinburgh via 2 days in Manchester. Work paying fuel expenses. That's handy, Dr. Ruggles. Fuel costs a fucking fortune, doesn't it? Right, hang on, let's pick them up. Oh, hat stayed on. Fucking hell, miracle. I've got these. You can get these if you're in Edinburgh. You can pick these up. You can pick up the Fringe brochure there, and there's one for the stand as well. Let's have a look. Let's have a look through them together. You need. I'm going to concentrate. There's all sorts of things. It's in different sections. I was heading to Edinburgh today. Ended up in Manchester. Did you take a wrong turn in? It's pronounced Fringe, says James 31. There's all different things in here. You've got cabaret and variety, children's shows, comedy, dance, physical theatre, exhibitions, music, musicals and opera, spoken word, theatre, etc., etc. There's no more of that. I don't know why I said etc., etc. That was the end of the list, I think. So there we are. Anyway, I'm going to concentrate on comedy. I'm going to concentrate on the purple, which is the purple section. I think it's just like it is more or less the thickest section. I think sometimes people forget that it's not all comedy. There are a lot of music. I saw some good. I saw excellent jazz band last year at the Fringe. Absolutely incredible. I'm not a big Fringe. I'm not a big jazz. I'm big Fringe. I'm not a jazz. I didn't think I was really into jazz, but seeing it wasn't the sort of ridiculous jazz that that sounds like they're just warming up or playing backwards or something. I'll make it up. It was recognisable music, but brilliant singer, brilliant band. And I got a free ticket off. I got a free ticket. Should we do lots? Let's do incredible amounts of name dropping. I got a free ticket given to me from Stuart Lee. Stuart Lee couldn't go. He was double booked, and he gave me his ticket to go and see the jazz. And I went with Joanna Neary. The two of us went to see the jazz, and it was absolutely bloody brilliant. It's a downstairs little hot, sweaty jazz club. Perfect. So there's plenty of other stuff other than comedy. I'm gonna just sit here and look at this fucking brochure, and I'm gonna just have a quick flick through and stop. Please call in if there's anything that you're looking for. If you're coming up and there's something you want to see, or you've got tickets for, or you're looking forward to seeing, let me know. Let us know, and let us know if you've got any recommendations. Have you got any recommendation of things that we should go and see? Things, acts we might not have heard of. I'm a bit boring. I tend to go probably too often to ones that I know. So sometimes, if it's free, you can take a chance or very cheap. But sometimes they're quite expensive, and you don't want to take a chance on something that's 15 quid. I always make sure I see music, theatre, magic, etc. when I'm up there. Yeah, it's good too, Dr. Greggles. It's nice to get a bit of variety. Right, the first one I'm looking at is 2023, the end of the beginning of the end. Vladimir McTavish. I'm going to mention him because he's very, very funny, and he's also my father-in-law. So I can recommend that if you're ever up in Edinburgh. Vladimir McTavish is regular at the stand and other places, so keep an eye out. Always a bloody good laugh. Adam Riches. I'm on the A's, just going through the A. Any magicians? Yeah, there's always a few magicians. What's his name? What's his name? Of course, is a comedian and a magician who got banned last year. Forgot his name, which doesn't help. Right, still looking through the A. Jerry, that's him. Jerry, thank you. He's a underrated, bloody good magician. Any good horror stuff this year? Horror? I don't know. I'm not really into horror stuff, but I'm sure there is. There's not a horror category, is there? So I don't know. Is there? Actually, did I read out? Did I? I don't think there's an actual horror category. No. There's lots of stuff in here that sounds. I mean, get yourself one of these. They are free. You pick one up. I mean, you probably get one. You can probably send for them and get it posted to you. If you go to Edinburgh.com, go on the website. I don't know for a fact, but I'm pretty certain if you ask one, they'd post you one of these. Because not everything is in this. For example, I'm not in it. For no fault of my own, I left it too late to get included in here. So there's a lot of stuff on the website that's not in here. So check the website as well. There was a brilliant horror last year. It was called The Bins in Week 3. There we are. Dr. Greggles is the person to ask about horror. And comedy. Dr. Greggles has been to see loads of stuff. Bob Doolally. I'm on the B's now. Bob Doolally, he is also played by... He's a character played also by my father-in-law. And he's very funny, so I have to mention him. I've got some clips as well, rather than just me talking. So my reading glasses' other arm has now also fallen off, so I'm currently holding them like magnifying glasses. Like a magnifying glass. Pound shop beckons. I got some new glasses on Saturday. Not these ones. These ones are still they're not working as good as they used to, but they're very comfy. So I don't want to. But I did get a pair of got a pair of more powerful readers as well. Yes, I've got a few clips as well. Clips you might have seen, people you might have not seen before. A few clips that people that are on, so you can get an idea of what to expect, and just to break up the monotony of just hearing me reading out from this catalogue brochure. Bridget Christie, Who Am I? I think everyone probably knows Bridget Christie. Had a brilliant TV thing on recently. Probably one of the best of the B's in here. What I should have done is I should get the technical ability to get a camera that beams down onto my thing here, so you can see it. Just looking through the C's. I'm just going to mention anything that stands out. If there's anything, going to miss her unless I drive really fast. Yeah, I'm not sure whether she's sold out or not. Some people sell out quite quickly. I've dropped that one on the floor. I'm going to have a quickly look through the Fringe one because I know she's I know Bridget's on at the stand, and so is Stuart Lee. There she is, the wonderful Bridget Christie. She's on the 2nd to the 9th. Yeah, she's on early. And then Stuart, this below there, he's on 11th to the 20th. If I squeeze them correctly on my nose, I'm able to go hands-free for a few minutes as long as I don't move. You'd understand at Newtown Theatre, both Bridget and Yeah, it's the same slot, one after the other. When Bridget vacates after a week, Stuart Lee moves in. Seymour Mace, opposite there. Every year's brilliant show. Go and see. I'm her warm up at Harrogate, says Gav Cross. Lovely stuff. You know, if you want to see Gav and Bridget, go to Harrogate, and you can see that famous double act. Who else is it? Let's have a quick look through the stand. We got Seymour Mace, always brilliant. Does drawing. His show's called Seymour Mace Does Drawing. I saw him yesterday. He was up in Edinburgh yesterday, and I had a chat, so that was nice. Who else is there? Mary Burke. Loads of good stuff. Simon Munnery is always brilliant as well. David Kay, very, very funny. I saw his show last year, was brilliant. So I'm looking forward to seeing him again. Maria Lane, very funny. From the Shetlands. Gavin Webster. You cannot say nout these days. He's a very funny man as well. Paul Sinar, the quiz man. He's very good. Bob Doolally, as I mentioned. Vlad. Eleanor Morton. She's very funny. Well, all these people are very... Everyone I'm reading out is very funny. Well, in my opinion, anyway. There's no point telling you. It's Tom Stade. He probably shout quite a lot, but he's very, very funny. Loads of funny stuff. And it's not all comedy either. You can see people like Ken Loach. Ken Loach will be there on the 23rd. Jeremy Corbyn on the 24th, if you fancy a bit of Jeremy Corbyn. All sorts going on at the stand. Lovely stuff. One of the best venues, I think, and probably the stand and Monkey Barrel, probably the top two. But there's acts all over Edinburgh. Thousands of shows. Let's have a bit of comedy instead of a break from me going on. Dr. Gregors is seeing Lee, Munnery, Kay, Mace, Sinar, Morton, and Thomas. Oh yeah, I forgot Thomas as well. He's very funny. Mark Thomas is very funny. And luckily last year I got to chat with him quite a bit, and it turns out he's a really lovely bloke. I hadn't really spoken to him in the past, but talking about dogs quite a lot we were. Anyway, there's a selection. There's a selection of... we'll come back to that. So if you've got any tips... Hoping it's a bit cooler this year. Went up last year during that heat wave. Was glad they had plenty of water fountains. Yeah, it can... It's surprising it can get... It's not usually that hot, but sometimes it can get quite hot. Usually during August, in the few years I've been coming here, it's... You can get a few hot days. You get a lot of showery, rainy days. It's often a bit too warm and a bit too humid and showery, so you've got a coat to carry around, and then you go to a venue and it's about 100 degrees. I went to see what's his name? Hello, Ben Goathunt. Mark Silcox is always a good show. He's doing a show with Luke McQueen this year. The two of them are together, and I went to see Luke McQueen a few years ago, and the venue I think it was in the Monkey Barrel. Try a different setting. Zarf Quagswag. Try changing the setting. I don't know what you're on. I've got my phone on 720 it's on auto actually, on auto, and it's working fine on there. So maybe you just need to change your setting around a bit and see whether it improves it. Right, let's have a little clip of someone. Mission Control, you here? You want auto, which should set it to 720. I'm on 720, says Zarf. But I'm disappointed in Wet Philip for not attending back-to-back streams. Hello, Mill Silk. Well, I don't know. People have got busy lives, got things to do, haven't they? Can't all not spend their whole time watching this nonsense. Right, let's stick a clip on. Let's have a clip. Let's have, what should we have first? I've got several clips. Jerking on 720, no sound on 480. I can't win. I don't know why it does that. So some people have no trouble, and other people get trouble with the picture or the sound, but I don't know why. Can we all stop waffling for 5 minutes? What could be more important than this? Says Bill Silks. Plenty of things. Anyway, let's don't forget to call in if you've got any suggestions. If you got, let's pop back in here for a second. There's the number. Call in 020 3287 1213. Call in and let me know who you're going to come and see, or who you recommend that we should go and see. I'm here for the waffling, says Elcott. I'll 2-tab. There must be a way. Nice. Hello, Philly. Nice to get into, even if I won't be able to come over. Are there any space for tent camping vans? Yeah, there are campsites. There are campsites just out of town, so you can camp. I remember last year Simon Munnery was camping a few miles out, and then he had 2 bad arms and was cycling backwards and forwards. I don't know how he managed it, but he did. Moulton Hall. Thank you, Mission Control. Says Moulton Hall. Try looking that up. Right, let's start with what should we start with? Let's start with this. Hang on, let's go back into my, before we start anything, let's get back into my Ed Fringe pod. Right, here we go. Here's a bit of the very funny man, a very nice bloke. Oh, it's funny, weird. All these people that I've met, who I'm a big fan of, turns out they're all bloody lovely people, which is nice. Here he is, the very funny Gavin Webster.
The worst bunch in my view was the liberal left-wing crowd. Not genuine left-wing people, by the way. I'm old Labour, very proud of that. But the trendy left, the left of the last sort of 20, 30 years. You must have met them. There's a lot of them in all the big cities. The trendy... organic... fair trade... balsamic vinegar. Fucking futon socialist crowd, Ironically enough, they always seem to come from the parts of town where the ice cream van plays Rachmaninoff. And do you know what annoys me about them, Liverpool? Is they actually blame you. They blame you for the trouble in the world. Oh, it's your fault. It's not Al-Qaeda. It's not America. It's not the bankers. It's not Trump. It's you. It's your fault there's trouble. And because you're doing the heinous crime of having a good time, you can tell in the hatred and the nastiness, in the viciousness in their voice, and say, oh, look at you lot, drinking. Yes, when you know that there's only 1,000 pandas left on the planet, and I was quite surprised at that statistic when 1,000 pandas left on the planet. I honestly thought there was only about fucking 12, you know what I mean? But it turns out there's actually 1,000! We've got fuck all to worry about somewhere! We can carry on! Running them over, whatever the fuck we doing before! Sending them to the circus, making them play rugby league, what the fuck we doing, I don't know! 1,000 pandas, that's a theatre full of pandas! Admittedly, that's quite a tough crowd. And all dressed the same. Anyway. Probably some sort of black tie do, like, you know, corporate, you know. I think essentially what they're trying to say is that, oh, there's 1,000 and they're dwindling and very soon there'll be none and there used to be fucking loads of pandas back in their heyday, right? But I just don't buy that, do you? I mean, if there's any experts in, do correct me if I'm wrong, but as far as I'm aware, right, pandas come from one part of the world and one part only, and that is Eastern China, right? Now, I reckon there might have been about 5,000 pandas in their heyday. What do you reckon? 10,000? 20,000 tops, right? I mean, there was never loads, was there? You know what I mean? I mean, there was never millions at any time, was there? I mean, talk to your parents or even your grandparents. They don't say, "Eee! When I was a kid, you couldn't fucking move for pandas." Fuck off! Fuck off! Fuck off! Fucking fuck off! Fuck off! Who are they trying to kid? You know what I mean? Oh, there was pandas as far as the eye could see. We used to eat panda meat during the war, and they was going around. Fuck right off, we're not imbeciles, you know what I mean? Where are you going? To town? What? On a Saturday? During panda hour? Are you mad?
There we are, the very funny Gav Webster there with his classic Panda Hour stuff there. So he's at the stand. If you fancy, well, hang on, let's find out. Let's find out. I should have got this ready before. I know he's in here. I saw it earlier. There he is. He's on. His show is You Cannot Say Now these days. He's on stand 2. He's on at 5:10. 5:10 at stand 2 every day from the 3rd to the 27th. Not the 14th though. Everyone's having the 14th off so they can come and see my show, of course. Anyway, that was the funny, the very funny Gavin Webster. Stand 2 is great. Proper cut. Yeah, I like was he saving money camping? I like Stand 2. It's a nice little room, and sometimes, especially if when Seymour Mace is in there, Seymour Mace is going to be in there again. No, the room was free, says Mission Control. When Seymour Mace is in there, if he can, he likes to open the windows, so you get a bit of fresh air as well, which is nice. So there we are. There we are. There's one of my recommendations. Go and see Gav Cross, especially if not Gav Cross. Go and see Gav Webster, the other Gav. Go and see Gav Cross as well, because they're both highly entertaining. Let's get back to the catalogue again. I've got a few more clips. I'll play a couple more clips. Particular favourites of mine. A lot of these that are in here are also seen at the stand. Dungeons and Bastards. Ed Gamble. What else we got here? Mission Control's put a link. I'm not sure what to. What's your link? What's your link to? So I'm gonna have a look. I'm gonna have a quick look, see what Mission Control's put a link to. Oh, it's not letting me now. "50 comedians bring your Gavin Webster Pandas routine." Yeah, it's quite a famous routine. The old panda. Oh, actually, I can see the problem that you were talking about with the jerky. My phone's now doing jerky for some reason. It was right a minute ago. Let me close it and reopen and start again. See whether it cures it. Doesn't make sense. Looks fine again now. Is the sound? Yeah, there's sound as well. It's fine again now. Yep, there I am. There I am, looking down at my phone. Try moving very slowly so that you'll smooth out the jerks. Yeah, I could try that, couldn't I? Frankie Boyle, although I imagine Frankie Boyle's probably sold out, but he's very, very funny man. Frank Skinner, I'm a big fan of Frank Skinner's. The trouble is with people as famous as Frank Skinner and Frankie Boyle, they tend to sell out very quickly. Unless you can get a freebie somehow. Sold out, but they're both sold out apparently. Sometimes you can get in if you know someone. Otherwise, actually, Gavin Webster's doing 2 shows this year. Gavin Webster's doing you can't say now these days. He's also doing another show called Proper Jokes. Proper Jokes. That's on at the Waverley Bar. Boyle announced an extra show the other day, did he? Well, if you keep an eye out, then maybe you can get a D's for David Doherty. Have I gone past David Doherty? Could tell you a story about David Doherty. Paul Foot be here. Yes, Paul Foot is on. Definitely is. He definitely is, because I was looking to get tickets the other day. Not cheap, but he is on. David Doherty. Where's David Doherty? Maybe he's not on. Yeah, Foot is on at Cowgate. David Doherty, Tiny Piano Man. He is on. He is on at the Assembly, Jules Square. I think he's doing the whole run. Paul Foot, yeah, Paul Foot is on. Definitely, I've seen him. Paul Foot made Julia cry a couple of years back. What else have we got here? Don't forget, let us know anything you want to recommend. Yeah, Foot is on at Cowgate. Ivo Graham, I haven't got tickets to Ivo Graham. I can't make my mind up whether I want to see him or not. Jay Lafferty, excuse me, very funny. Excuse me while I just browse through the brochure. There's Lawrence Chaney's doing the show. If you like a bit of drag, if you enjoy a bit of drag, he might be up your street. Mark Nelson, very funny man. I think he's just started doing his first national tour. He is very funny. Right, let's get Nick Helm. Although I imagine Nick Helm might be sold out. I don't know. Right, I'm on N. Trying to get to Paul Foot. I know there's a lot of P's. Yeah, I think there's quite a few Pauls, not just Paul Foot. Paul's. Yeah, there's Paul Curry. Paul Curry is there's Paul F. Taylor, Paul Curry, Paul Foot, and Paul Sinar. Loads of Pauls, loads of funny. There's a lot of funny men whose first name is Paul for some reason. Paul is a popular name for comedians. Phil Kay's coming up. He's doing a walking tour. Can't believe it won't be going to one pub to another. Helmy's doing one of the big rooms at the Courtyard, but only for 2 nights. That's probably why he's sold out. He's had a lot of airtime on the Cat's Dust Countdown, hasn't he? It's probably helped with the old ticket sales. Police Cops, the musical. That's I've not seen it, but I've been told it's really good, so I'm going to see that this year. I know some people who saw it last year said it was really good, recommended it, so I'd give that a go. Let's find someone else. Let's have Love Police Cops, says Dr. Greggles. Another recommendation here, Dr. Greggles as well. So it looks like we should all definitely go and see Police Cops. George Square. Where is that? I think it's on for the whole run. Award-winning Police Cops are back, bigger than ever, with their reborn musical comedy blockbuster. I'm looking forward to that. Looking forward to that. Let's have a bit of I think all the clips I've got here from people at the stand. So I'm bigging up the stand, and why not? Let's have there's a bit of Stuart Lee. You can't beat Stuart Lee. It's one of my absolute favourites. Bloody love him. Here we go.
People under 40, what a shower of shit on you. Aren't you? This is you. I'm under 40. I like Pokemon Go. I'm under 40 and in the morning. I don't eat bread for breakfast like an adult. I suck drinking yogurt out of a pouch. I'm under 40, this is my food. I'm under 40, this is me on the bus to work in the morning. People under 40, you like stupid fads, don't you? A Japanese cat's face drawn on a satchel, that's what you like, isn't it? So I'll get up early and get down the market. Why? The Japanese cat satchel face man's coming. You've got loads of satchels with a Japanese cat's face on, mate. I know, but there might be an... Bondage, sex and S&M and the fetish thing, that's their new thing, isn't it? The under 40s. Which they think they've invented. Because they read about it in 50 Shades of Grey, or they saw it in a FKA Twigs video. I know he is actually, mate, so you can fuck off. This is exactly my problem, actually, with the under 40s. If you're 50, like me, and you make some joke about popular culture, people under 40 go, Grandad, you don't know who FKA Twigs is. Well, I do know who he is, FKA Twigs. They don't, do they, the South End theatre people? FKA Twigs, right? He's not a twig like you think. Is he a twig? Is he from the woods? FKA Twigs
He's a rap singer. He's one of these. He is. He's one of these rappers. Well, he is. He's done loads of tapes. I've got his tapes, and he's got a video, FKA Twigs, where all sort of Japanese bondage ropes go round him, and he flies up in the air and he has to try and... Right, has anyone seen this? Because I'm looking for stuff to drop. No, I've seen it. I saw it on... not Top of the Pops. What is it they have now? The internet was on that. It's like Top of the Pops, isn't it, the internet? Full of pop music and sexual predators. Yeah, see? See? I can write jokes. I could be on Mock the Week easily. This is Mock the Week, isn't it? The internet is a bit like, fuck off, for God's sake. Waste of everyone. Pathetic, isn't it? I've written a joke. Imagine writing jokes. What a waste of time. Oh, this thing is like this, only this is different. For God's sake. People under... I'm 37, I like bondage sex. I had a mask on and some jam went on me. Did it? Do you remember proper bondage sex that we used to have? In the 80s, in the 70s, in the 50s, Friends of the Theatre, remember? Proper, degrading. If you weren't in hospital at the end of it, you'd done it wrong. And you had to do it again. Not like now. I'm 34, I like bondage sex. A feather went on my bum. Did it? Asphyxiated in a career-ending accident? No. Shut up, then. Get your fucking pouch of yoghurt, get your fucking cat-faced bag, and fuck off!
There we are. A little clip there of Stuart Lee. He's on at the stand, Newtown Theatre. I'm not sure whether there's any tickets left. Hopefully you'll be able to get some still. He's on the 11th to the 20th. Stuart Lee, basically, it's a 70-minute show, and it's bloody brilliant. So try and come. You don't get much better than that, do you? Try and get to see Stuart Lee if you can. Is always a brilliant show. Right, anybody else got any recommendations? Call in 020 3287 12.
Call in on 02032871213 or Skype Basil Butler. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, call in or just type it in the chat if you want. Type in the chat what you recommend. What do you recommend? Right, what have we looked at? We've looked at that. Pop that. Hang on. I could do with more shelving in my cockpit. Over there. Is Ken Dodd is dead. Dan dead. Very funny man. Unfortunately, no longer with us. Rod Gilbert. Come and see Rod Gilbert. It's a work in progress at the Gilded Balloon. He's on August the 21st until the 27th. Is Daniel Kitson on? Let's have a look. Summer Hall, looks like it. I think Mission Control's answered that one. Let's have a look. Haven't even noticed, to tell the truth. It looks like he's on something. Well, I can't find him in here, but it looks like he's on. He's not everyone's in here. That's the problem. Looks like he might be on Summer Hall, according to Mission Control. Right. That's a shock. Dan is shocked to find out that Ken Dodd's dead. Robin Ince, another funny man. John Kearns is doing until the 13th at Monkey Barrel. Yes, John Kearns. I'm a big fan of John Kearns. The Monkey Barrel, a bit like the Stands, one of those places you could just hang around during the day. If you haven't got tickets, you can probably get some on the door. And there's loads of different Monkey Barrels operating during the festival, the same as like the Stand. And you can, if you can't get in one show, you might get into another if you just join the queue early enough. Robin Ince, Melons. Robin Ince is doing a show called Melons. He's on at the Stand. I think should have been another thing. Anyway, he's at the Stand as well. And he's doing two shows. One for the Cosmic Shambles Network. He's doing Weapons of Empathy as well at the Gilded Balloon. Robin Ince is always worth a look. Roscoe McClelland. I'm a big fan of Roscoe. He is on. I know he's at Monkey Barrel. I've already got tickets to see Roscoe. He is on at the Monkey Barrel. I think doing the whole run. Just about. Very funny man. Rosie Jones. I love Rosie Jones. She is on at the Pleasance Courtyard for her show Triple Threat. Spencer Jones, yes, Spencer Jones. I did a show once that had Rosie Jones and Spencer Jones both on the bill, and me. Of course, I was superb. Finding comedians playing at the Fringe has replaced Where the F is this? James appears to be struggling to find the answers. Half run. Spencer Jones. Well, yeah. I can't remember when Spencer Jones is on. Is he doing a half run? I know he's got a new show. Where is S? Simon Munnery. Simon Munnery's show is called Jerusalem. That's on the Stand. Where is Spencer Jones? Spencer Jones has got a new show called Making Friends. He's brilliant. His shows are always brilliant. I bloody love Spencer Jones. Yeah, the 14th and 15th, and then the 16th to the 27th. I'll definitely be going to see him. Missed any out here? I don't think I missed any. Seymour Mace, I was drawing. I've already mentioned Seymour Mace. Oh, let's have a look. Oh, my finger kept locking then. Weird. Hello, caller.
Hello, Basil.
Yes, is that you, Susie?
It is me, Susie.
Hello, Susie. How you doing?
I'm not very well.
Why? What's happened?
I've got a terrible hangover.
Oh dear, was you out drinking last night?
No, I just stayed in myself with a bottle of tequila.
You stayed indoors and drank tequila by yourself. That's a bit sad, isn't it? Or was you
No, I had a mate round.
Oh, it wasn't just you on your own. You had a mate round.
Oh, I wish I hadn't shouted that. My poor head.
Your poor head, yeah. I thought you had no complaints usually, though.
Oh, yeah.
What about...
Oh, God, I don't feel well at all.
have you had any paracetamol?
No.
You need to drink plenty of water and have some paracetamol. That's my advice.
My tummy's all jippy. I don't want to take pills.
Well, just have lots of water then, and maybe something to eat.
Yeah, all right. I'll see you later.
You going already? Oh, that was short and sweet. Short and sweet there, Susie. I'm not sure how tall she is, but I'm sure she's sweet. Thank you, Susie. It was brief, but thoroughly enjoyed it. Let's have another clip. Well, we had no. Let's have a bit of David Kay. David Kay. Some of you might not know David Kay. He is a very funny. He's Scottish. He's very fun, very laid back. Very laid back man. Very nice man. Sorry, show last year was very funny. Let's have a little clip. A little clip. Hang on. Dan says, without giving out away, but can you give us a teaser of what to expect at your Fringe show? Will you be singing, playing games? Will the nose be on? Will Eyes on Legs join you? Well, what can I tell you, Dan? Eyes on Legs will be there. Eyes on Legs will be there. The nose won't be there. You'll be relieved to know. And I will be singing and I will be playing games. Yes, there'll be singing, there'll be playing games. There'll be no nose, but there will definitely be. Well, fingers crossed. The plan is there'll definitely be some Eyes on Legs. And maybe not only Eyes on Legs. There might even be another one or two surprise guests. Sorry, my eyes feel heavy. Need to watch this afterwards. Bye, Feely. You go and rest your eyeballs. And while we all watch David Kay, here's a little clip of David Kay.
I don't know if any of you are worried about identity theft. I'm not wanting somebody nicking my identity. I'm quite happy who I am, and I'm awfully concerned about it because I think basically somebody is trying to nick my identity. What's been happening is I've been going to my bed and then I've been waking up and I've had no pyjama trousers on. And 3 nights in a row this has happened to me, and I'm just thinking somebody's trying to nick my identity here, and they're starting with my pyjama trousers. And 3 nights I thought I've had enough of this. I'm phoning the police. So I phoned him up and he was quite glad I phoned actually, and awfully relieved I still had my top on. If they'd got a hold of that, they'd have opened up bank accounts and all sorts. So he was saying, you know, could you just describe your pyjama trousers? And I said, oh, I think I could. I had a navy pair, now they were at, and then I had a grey pair. I don't know what night they went missing, you know. I sometimes mix and match them with the tops. I'm not sure they're actually loungewear, you know. Do you think you could wear them outside? Would you get away with that, or would somebody point out that you had your pyjamas on? And he said it's probably best not to take the chance. And he said, what about the third pair? And I says, well, the third pair, they were patterned. And they used to have a cord. Now, I don't know where the cord went to. If you get the cord back, that would be amazing. I'd be amazed. It went missing ages ago. It's really just the trousers that I want to see. And he said, well, before we start the door-to-door inquiry, would you just have a wee look at the bottom of your bed? He was good, this guy. I'll give him that. I couldn't believe it. There they all were. My 3 pairs of pyjama trousers. At the bottom of my bed, and I said, how did this happen? What's been going on here? Need to explain it to me. And he says, well, I think what's happened is somebody was trying to nick your identity. A professional by the sound of it. and they came round and they got your trousers off, and then in the middle of the night they've been disturbed and they've had to flee the scene in a hurry and just had to drop them where they were, and that's why they're all at the bottom of your bed. You know, you maybe turned over at that point. Maybe something to do with your trousers coming off, more that I think about it. And he maybe thought you were waking up and he thought, can I take these trousers? That fella's onto me, and he just ran off. And that's what happened to me. So I'd watch out for that. It just shows you the lengths folk will go to nick your identity.
There he is, very funny man, David Kay, and he is called the Fireball of he's the Fireball of Scottish comedy, says Mission Control. Yeah, Stuart Lee, Dr. Greggles is one of Stuart Lee's favourites. Yes, he should be everyone's favourites, because he is very funny. I was once banned from Hart Hill services for running across the bridge in a pantomime horse costume with David Kay. Yes, I have heard that. I've looked up at the very bridge where it happened, although I wasn't there at the time. There he is. Dave, if you fancy seeing David Kay, he's doing a show called 106%. And he is on at the stand at Newtown Theatre. I think he's doing quite a bit of the run. He's doing... Oh, it's just the 4th to the 11th. I think he's just doing the 4th to the 11th, according to this. So go and see him while you got the chance. The 4th to the 11th, go and see David Kay. He's very funny. It says, quirky, surreal, highly original stand-up, roaring onto the stage at a maximum of 1 mile an hour. Will be the UK's premier or only purveyor of often scone-based comedy. First show I'm seeing this year, says Dr. Greggles. Ah, lovely stuff. What time is it? He's on at 4:30. The joke was on them, though. We got back in disguise by not wearing the horse costume. Cunning, that is. Well, Dr. Greggles will be... First show he's going to see is David Kay. That's a good way to start. Good way to start your Fringe. Right, let's... what else have we got here? I've got a couple more clips I can play. Well, I'm towards the end now. I'm on W. We got William Stone. If you've not seen or heard of William Stone, he's a very funny man. He is lo-fi jokes to study, relax to. He's on the Pleasant Courtyard. I was on the bill with him once down in Brighton, and lovely bloke and very funny. Does lots of very funny one-liners. Really enjoy him. So give William Stone a go if you got the chance. I'm sure you will enjoy it. www. You spelling out a web address? What else have we got in here? Oh, I've gone past. I thought that doesn't sound very funny, but I've left the comedy pages behind. Gone too far. And of course, there's loads of other stuff that isn't comedy, and there's loads of Mission Control. Did your infamy not get you gigs and pantos and nativity plays? Loads of other stuff that I haven't mentioned, of course. There's loads of package shows. There's loads of shows where there's loads of acts on, big combination of people. Some show, and all day long you can start watching shows at about 10, 11 in the morning, and carry on until about 2 or 3 in the morning if you've got the stamina. There's a few here I've never heard of, but I mean, a couple of them I'm tempted, so I might try a couple of these. Find out what some of these are. Maybe I'll discover something that I've never heard of before that I might like. What's midnight though? I'll be fucked. Right, let's have. I think I've. Let's have. We've had. Let's have a couple more clips. We've had Stuart Lee. Let's have a look at Stuart Lee's very, very funny wife, Bridget Christie. Bridget Christie doing one of her classic routines from a few years back. Bloody love this.
Ant music by Adam Ant. Why have you played that? What, because I'm an ant? Fuck's sake. Wow, you've just made yourself look ridiculous. And antist. You're an ant. Oh, if I was the black and blind comedian on the bill, you wouldn't have put Stevie Wonder on, would you? No. Or Kung Fu Fighting for the Chinese one. Oh, let's play ant music for the ant comic. It won't mind. It's only got 250,000 brain cells. Surely not enough to process the concept of offence well. I am offended. I am a professional comedian. Look at me. I put a tie on. I'm sorry about this, everyone, right? But it has taken us ants literally years to be taken seriously on the comedy circuit, and a little stunt like this can put us right back to 1983. You probably hadn't even noticed I was an ant until Nick Griffin on sound there pointed it out. Sorry about this, everyone. You haven't come out for this. You haven't come out to see an ant rant about Adam Ant. You've come out for some alternative comedy. Sorry about this. But it's hard for us, okay? It's hard for us ants. I mean, even before an ant has reached the microphone, you've already made your minds up. I saw you two when I came out. Oh, no, not another ant. Going on about jam and the division of labour. We don't do that shit anymore, okay? We've moved on. Oh, God, I'm so sick of it, of the debate, the Are Ants Funny debate. I'm sick of it. Why is it still in the papers? It's not a story anymore. Is Bob Diamond still funny? Is Sirius still funny? Why are you still talking about it? It's simple, right? Some of us are, some of us aren't. That's the end of it, right? Is it, why are you still talking about it? Critics complain we only ever do relationship stuff or whimsy. But it's not true. There's loads of ants doing all different types of comedy now. There are those ants doing ant stuff, like talking about sugar and leaves, or there's ones who do more sexually explicit ant material, like, I don't know, the Queen's got a dusty thorax, things like that. Oh, I just made that one up then. You know, but there's other ants who do surreal comedy, and there's political ants. It's all different now. In the 80s, you know, you'd be lucky to get 1 or 2 ants on a bill, let alone 3 or 4. I did Junglers Birmingham at the weekend. There was only ants on. Apart from the compere, who was a wasp. He wasn't very good, actually. He just did loads of material about being a wasp. Who's interested in that? He obviously only got the job because he was the token wasp. Anyway, I'm a political comic, that's what I do. I'm an expert on Islam. But people don't want that. People don't expect an ant to be able to make the Quran funny, which is ridiculous, because anyone can make the Quran funny. Yes, even an ant. Oh, I like the silences, they build tension. It's very frustrating. I'm an ant, I want to talk about serious stuff. All people ever want me to do is ant stuff. You know, I take my comedy very seriously. I even did one of those stand-up comedy courses, you know, not to learn how to do comedy because, as you've already seen tonight, us ants are naturally hilarious. I did a course to learn how to stand up. Anyway, let's get on with it, shall we? I know what you want. So let's just get on with it, shall we? Right, ant jokes by A. Ant. Ant joke number 1. What do you call an ant made of sponge? Please join in, there's 50 of these. These are for you, not me. What do you call an ant made of sponge? You don't know. An absorb ant. An absorbent, you make me sick. Ant joke number 2. What do you call an ant who is nice? Yes, a pleasant. Well done, a pleasant. A pleasant. Ant joke number 3. What do you call a group of ants? No, not Adam and the ants, but nice of you to join in. An abund ant. An abundant. An abund ant. I must say these are going much better than they normally do. Ant joke number 4. What do you call an ant who is good with numbers?
Count ant.
No, it says accountant in here, but recently somebody said a numerant, so I'm sorry, but you're wrong. I must say, at a gig recently, a man shouted out at a gig I did the other week, "Have I lost the plot, or have all these words got ant in them?" Ant joke number 6. What do you call an ant who wears feathers and hats? Yes, a flamboyant. What do you call a big ant? Yes. What do you call an ant that joins in? A participant or a compliant, yes. Number 100, is it? What do you call an ant who cheers you up? No, not a funny ant. Something else. An ant who cheers you up. It's actually antidepressant, but I think I might change it to agony ant. Oh no, it doesn't work because it's got a U in it. What do you call an ant with a high opinion of itself? Arrogant. Thank you. Let's carry on. Okay, they get more difficult now. What do you call a rich ant who goes to balls and tries to get a rich titled husband?
Debutante.
Thank you. What do you call an ant who leaks information to the police about criminal or terrorist organisations? Yes, well done. You're really warming up now, aren't you? I'm really pleased. I'm really pleased about that. What do you call an ant who governs a country in an undemocratic, brutal and domineering... Let me finish! For Christ's sake! You say the whole thing again! All of them! I can't see a bloody thing with these. Yes, forget about it. A tyrant, yes. Just one more. Oh no, there's lots more. And I'm in one of those moods, so I'm going to carry on. What do you call an ant who helps to clean out toxins from your body?
An antioxidant.
Yes. What do you call an ant who floats? What do you call an ant with all its hair piled up on top of its head? Yes. Really like these, don't you? An ant whose feet are made into umbrella holders and its tusks into billiard balls. An elephant. You've made me feel dirty and sick. There's a tradition in human stand-up comedy where the act ends on its best joke and ends to rapturous applause. Ants don't recognise that. Ants like to be booed and jeered off. Booed and jeered, not cheered. Really angrily booed and jeered. I'm not going into... I sounded like a rubbish ghost. Thanks for joining. Can you not muster more than a...
You're repugnant.
I'm a It's not... Yes, but all of you have to join in. One man on its own doing it is as good as getting a cheer. But I don't think a lot of this will make the edit, to be honest. Or the other alternative is to just go off to silence, which I also quite enjoy because it makes it very difficult for the compere to come on and pick up the gig.
I feel like there's no trust left in this room.
Lovely stuff. A bit of Josie Long at the end there. Lovely routine there with the ants. I found John Kearns. John Kearns is The Varnishing Days. I think Dr. Groves mentioned John Kearns. He's on the Monkey Barrel. I think he's doing 2nd to the 13th, and is it 16th and 15th? No, that's the time. No, he's doing the 2nd to the 13th. That's the time. I get mixed up the dates and the times on these things. He's doing the 2nd to the 13th, and he's on at 16:15. £12. Very funny, John Kearns. I think he was on Taskmaster, wasn't he, recently? So was Bridget Christie, of course. Should have finished with a repellent. Says round of applause for Dan. Nice to see Bridget Christie there, celebrating the ants, because we all know how powerful ants are. When they get together, the ants are incredible. Right, any more? This is well, I won't go much longer because it's a bit of a shorter stream tonight. Mostly just to preview. Well, I called it the Edinburgh preview. So that's what it is. So I've been previewing the Edinburgh Fringe. Starts this week in a couple of days. If I missed anything, let me know if I've missed anything. Let me know if there's anything else you think we should go and see. There's loads that I've not mentioned. I've not mentioned 90% of the shows in here. Most of them I don't know. I couldn't recommend them because I don't know what they're like. I'm a bit of a fussy fucker. I see a lot of comedy that I don't like. So Max and Ivan and Kieran Hodgson both have new shows. I don't know them. Seymour. Oh yes, I've mentioned Seymour a couple of times. I've got a little clip of Seymour. We can have. I've got one clip left. We'll finish in a minute with a little clip from Seymour Mace. Yeah, he's yeah. I have got a little clip of Seymour. Yeah, we'll have that one in a minute. I couldn't do the Midnight Train because of the copyright problems with the song, but Sam Campbell. I was going to go and see, we might be going to see that. Dr. Greggles might see you there, Dr. Greggles. Might well be going to see the 10 minutes. I can't remember if we got tickets or not, but we were certainly thinking about it. Dr. Greggles is going to be there. Tickets are mental. Booking fee is more. Oh, that's right. Yeah, we looked at the prices, and the booking fee is more than the cost of the ticket. Bizarre. His show last year was superb. Yeah, I've heard all sorts of. I've heard lots of good things about Sam Campbell. So I'd like to go and see the 10-minute show, but you don't pay £2 a minute for a show, do you, or whatever it comes to? I think that was an exaggeration. Edinburgh Comedy All Stars. There's all sorts of shows like that. Where you get a lot of acts. They're often quite late at night, so you get a lot of drunk people. A lot of drunk people crammed in somewhere at midnight, watching act after act after act, and you can boo them off, and you can laugh your head off, or whichever is appropriate. Gets a bit gladiatorial, gets a bit late night gladiatorial, and it's a lot of fun. Unless you're on the stage being bottled. There's a show called Disabled Cants. The Laughing Horse at Bar 50. And of course there's my show. I'm not sure I can recommend. I suppose I can recommend my own show. No one else is going to, are they? Basil Butler. There's also Basil Butler. Wanking Progress on at the. It's the Laughing Horse. It's at the Three Sisters Maggie's Front Room on the. It's the Quiet Day. On the 14th, Monday the 14th at 5:15. I can't promise you anything other than I'll do my best, and but you don't have to pay. You can walk in, and if you hate it, you can just walk out again. So not much lot to be lost. Sam Campbell, companion. Dr. Gregors has put a link. Let's have a look. Was it a YouTube clip? I'll look at that later. Oh yeah, look at that later. Well, look at that later because it's about an hour long clip. Come back to that. It's his full show from a few years back. Have a look at that. Oh, and I forgot to mention Lucy. I don't know if she's in here. Lucy Pearman. I bloody love Lucy Pearman. She's doing a show with another woman I love. I forget her name. She did a brilliant thing on Netflix called Nate. Mission Control might. Hopefully, Mission Control's still there. Mission Control might remind us who. I've seen Lucy Pearman a few times, and she's always absolutely brilliant. Lucy and Natalie, After I Go Home. Yeah, Nate. That was the show. Yeah, Lucy and Natalie, both absolutely incredible. Palamedes, that's it. Natalie Palamedes. I always forget it wrong. I always think Palamedes sounds like a breed of horse. So one of those horses that's got brown patches and black patches and white bits. But she's not a horse. She's a human being, and she's incredibly funny. One of my favourites. Soz was buying 10-min tickets. Palomino's the horse, isn't it? I think that's what I get mixed up with. Easily mixed up with the old Palominos and Palomedes. Well, she's much funnier than a horse. She is very, very funny. And if you haven't seen, I think it was on Netflix. If it's still on there or not, I don't know. There's a show called Nate, Nate, and it absolutely incredible. One of the funniest things I've ever seen. Caramel with white mane and towel. Right, let's have the. I promise you a clip of Seymour Mace. Let's have a little bit of Seymour Mace, and to finish with. He's very, very funny. So make sure you don't miss at the stand 2. Seymour Mason.
Do you think dogs get freaked out by people picking up their shit? Oh, I swear I had a shit then. I definitely had a shit just then, definitely. I felt it coming out. There's something not right here. It must have run off. That's why dogs keep sniffing each other's arses to try and find out where it's gone. I love all animals. Do you like animals, generally? Good, I love animals. You're a bit of a twat if you don't. There's that many different kinds. I mean, there's something for everyone. And we've got Noah to thank for all the animals. He saved all the animals, right? Without Noah, there'll be no animals at all, which would be shit. Especially if you go into the zoo. 14 quid to watch a tyre swinging about. Oh, I can have a go. Brilliant. That would change it for me. The amount of times I've been to the zoo, stood outside the monkey cage thinking, they're having a better time than I'm having. How come I've paid 14 quid to get in here and I can't even go on the adventure playground? Because I think the monkeys, they've sussed it, haven't they? The thing about monkeys, they knew when to stop, evolutionary-wise, didn't they? They thought, right, we can use our thumbs, that'll do. We went, no, we want to keep on and get shoes and clothes and television and hate each other. Monkeys have got it sussed. I love the monkey life. I would love to be a monkey. But who doesn't want to spend the afternoon sitting in a tree, scratching your knackers and throwing your shit at whoever walks by? Be brilliant, wouldn't it? Not in my street, apparently. I don't know why I pay me council tax at all. People find the whole Noah thing quite hard to believe, the fact he's got all these animals he's never heard of before. What people don't realise, back in Bible times, there's only about 7 or 8 different animals had been invented. And they all lived in a big house around the corner from Noah, so it was really easy to get them involved. But what happened, they were at sea for about 2.5 years, and all the animals started getting it on in between the species. And that's where your new animals come from. So for example, like a wolf fucked a chicken, and that's an eagle come out of there, isn't it? Oh, I've thought about this. Got a lot of time on my hands. And then like a giraffe fucked a chicken. Ostrich, innit? Ostrich there. Suddenly it all makes sense. Now I know what you're thinking. The chicken's getting a bit of a hard time of it. Seems like the chicken's just being passed round. What people don't realise, chickens are probably the randiest animal on the entire planet, right? In fact, pretty much every animal that you know of today is a result of a randy chicken running around the ark and sticking its cock somewhere where it shouldn't be. And that's why everything tastes like chicken. So I'm single. Yes, I know it's a shock. People say it's all right to be single. That's rubbish. Nobody's ever come up to me and went, oh, I tell you what, Seymour, you make a lovely single. I could see you being by yourself for the rest of your life. But I hate it, so I said to my mate says, you've got to get on the social network, you've got to get on the computer. Who's got a computer? Who's got a computer? Yeah, they're quite popular. All right, lots of people have them, right? I don't have one. My mate's got, he says, come round mine, we'll get you on the Facebook. Who's on the Facebook? You should be ashamed of yourselves. It's not real. Did you know it's not real? It freaked me out. I went round my mate's house, I got on the Facebook, I've been on there 2 minutes. All of a sudden, a little message popped up. Jeremy has thrown a snowball at you. Has he? Who's Jeremy? not a very good shot, is he? So I've ignored that, I've let it go. 3 minutes later, another message. Maria has sent you a machine gun. She wants you to join her mafia family. I thought, how cool is that? 5 minutes and the mafia's getting in touch. And then I figured out it's not real. The mafia aren't even on the internet. Because I've looked. There's no mafia.com. All them things that you think you're doing, you're not. All them hugs that you think you're sending, you're not. All them snowballs that you're throwing, all them mafia weapons you're sending, all them stupid little farms that you think you and your mates are working on, you're not. It's not real. It's all exactly the same thing. It's all this. So anyway, my mate said, you've got to get the Facebook, right? So I thought, all right, I'll go for it. So we're in back around my house, right? But like I said, I don't have a computer. So what I've done, at the front of my house, I've got like a bay window there. I just stand there all day. And down this side of the window, I've put up a list of all my hobbies, interests, my favourite film, Deliverance, and and down this side of the window, I've put loads of photographs of me mates being dicks. I just stand there all day waiting for people to walk past and try and entice them in to be friends with me. I haven't had much interest. A couple of my mates have been round and taken their photographs down. Ha ha ha. Had a bit of interest from the police. But like I said to them, you can't wear your clothes all the time, can you? That's dirty. It's not my fault I live across from a school. Oh, is that the time? I hate people who do that. Oh, is that the time? Of course it's the time. You're looking at your watch. You don't mean is that the time. You mean you're bored of my company and you want us to go. Oh, is that the time? You might as well just go, oh, piss off! Thanks very much. Good night.
There we go. There he is from a few years ago. That's Seymour Mace, and don't forget you can go and see him if you've not seen him before and you like the look at that clip. Wait, it's at the Stand. What? Stand 2, 120. 120 is a lunchtime show. Is he doing art again? Yeah, he's doing art. He's doing the show's called Seymour Mace Does Drawing. He's sort of officially an artist now as well, isn't he? He's passed his art exams this year, and he's on the Stand 2. I think it's probably the best place for him. It suits him. He likes it there, and it's a lovely venue. Hello, Flossie. Hello, nice to see you, Flossie. Just we're finishing soon. We're just doing a preview of the Edinburgh Festival. Lots of funny people on at the stand. Here we are. There's a few there. I mean, if you just went to see those people, you'd have a brilliant time. And I was speaking to Seymour Mace yesterday, and he was talking about what he's planning for his show next year. So it sounds brilliant as well. So not only don't only book for this year. Get yourself ready for next year as well, because it's going to be another brilliant show. Sausages on the moon, fancy pants, chickens, a sombre grey banana smoking a rolled up cigarette. Come and see what draws I do and don't do. Be loads of drawing. He's very good at drawing, and loads of jokes. It'll be very funny. So don't miss Seymour Mace. I remember one of his shows when he had us all on stage pretending to be sailing. Was that the pirate one? There was one where we had to pretend to be on a boat at the end, and I ended up having a sword fight with Paul Sinner, which I keep telling everybody about. I remember one of his shows when he had. Yeah, I think that might have been the one. It might be. I don't know. It might have been another one. Yeah, pirate. I was the captain. Douglas Gregg was the captain. Yeah, the day I went, Paul Sinner was there, so we ended up having a sword fight on his imaginary boat at the end. No, I didn't knock him out. It was not too violent, just a pretend sword fight. They were real swords, but I think they were plastic. Lovely man, Paul Sinner. He's doing a show as well. His shows are always good. Go and see. He's there. He is, the smiley face of Paul Sinner. He's on the Newtown Theatre, doing the 2nd to the 27th. He's doing the whole run at 5:20. Always a good show. Shouldn't be knocked out. James, no, don't. No one should knock out Paul Sinner. Probably best not to knock anyone out, really, unless they thoroughly deserve it. Right, I think. Hello, Calzar. That's the same time as the chase is on. Well, the chase. Fortunately for him, the chase is recorded, so he can be in two places at once. Right, I think we've run out of Unless you've got any more recommendations. Have you got any recommendations on shows we should go to see at the Fringe? Otherwise, I'll just sit here quietly reading this. Right, I think that's it. Don't forget, I'll be back. So don't forget, I haven't told you. I'll be back. I suspect some Chase viewers get a shock when they see his stand up. Yeah, probably. It can be a bit rude. I think it might be a bit swearing. Who knows? I can't remember now. You haven't actually recommended your own show. Yeah, do come and see. Well, it's hard to recommend your own show, isn't it? I've not seen it. Myself yet. I'll be on. I've mentioned it. I'll be on Monday the 14th. Hang on. Here it is. There it is. I'll be on Basil Butler, Wank in Progress, Monday the 14th. Pablo says to Dan, don't encourage him. That is the poster and the flyer. There's the link, the little QR code there. That will take you to where you can get tickets on the Edinburgh Fringe website. So there we are. That's when I am. That's where and when I am. One night only. Yes, see him, everyone. He is pretty good. I recommend it then. Go see Basil. Thank you, Dr. Greggles. Come and see. Is the Beast doing cabaret? Not that I know of. Basil Butler, Wank in Progress, Monday the 14th of August. It's a couple of weeks tomorrow. So please come along, and there'll be Eyes on Legs will be there. There'll be maybe one or two other surprise guests. There'll be me, There'll be I'll be playing games. Be telling jokes. Be probably a bit of poetry and a bit of all sorts. All sorts, just fucking about for about an hour, and that's what it's going to be. You got your set sorted then, says Dan. Well, sort of, Dan. It's because I've done no previews. It's a one-off, so I mean it could go all terribly wrong. It could end up in a terrible mess. Who knows? Do you juggle too? Hadn't planned on juggling, Pablo, but if you think it'll be popular, I could have a go. Well, let's get back into the old cockpit. That's it. More relaxing. More relaxing in the old cockpit. Right. That's it. That's me finished. I'm not sure when I'll be back. I'll be back whenever I can. For the next, I might have to come then. Please do, Pablo. Be lovely to see you. I'm going to try during August. I might not be able to do the regular shows on Thursdays and Sundays. It may because I'll be doing other stuff. Obviously, just play the word game for half an hour, Sister Anne. So I'm going to be wandering. I'll be going to lots of shows. I'll be there, hun. It says Mission Control is going to be there. Mission Control will be there. Controlling everything, controlling the controls. So there's a good reason, Pablo. Yeah. So sorry for yawning. I had late night last night, and the night before. I'll be knocking about all round Edinburgh for the next few weeks. I'll be there drinking and controlling nothing, says Dr. Greggles. That's fine. That's fine. That's the best thing to do. So I'll be wandering around. I'm hoping to do some in real life, IRL, just using my phone, just wandering around with my phone, doing some Twitch streams from my phone. Just trying to give you a flavour of what's going on at the Fringe, okay, for all, especially for all yous who can't come up. Who can't get up to Edinburgh because it's a long way if you don't live near Edinburgh. It can be a long journey, and also it can be very expensive. So I'll try to stream some bits and bobs here and there to give you an idea of what's going on. I've got to do some I've got loads of flyers for my own show I'm going to give out because I need to try and get people to come and see my show. Otherwise, there's not much point doing it. Well, Dr. Driggles will be there anyway, if no one else. So I'll be doing some flyering. So I might do some streaming of myself flyering. Will there be any footage of your show, Basil? I don't think so. Not planning on filming it. I think it might be best forgotten as soon as it's finished. To be honest, I quite like the idea of things not being filmed too often. So that I know it's a shame if you can't get there. But I like the old-fashioned thing of it's something that's talked about. Only people were there can tell you what happened. I think too much is filmed nowadays. Everything is just filmed, and it's nice when something is just a special event that you have to be there. Otherwise, you miss it. I know it's a shame if you miss it, but there you are. Bollocks, says Dan. Maybe get a few photos or something. Anyway. Right, let's say goodbye, and I'll leave you with my trailer for my show, and I'll try and keep you in touch what's going on my Discord. Follow my Discord, and I'm on Twitter as well, and so keep an eye out on Twitter and Discord, and I'll let you know if I can when I'm going to be streaming. And when I'm going to be on. So thank you very much. And I'll see you later. Oh, that's the wrong button. Hang on. And I'll see you... where is the fucking thing? There it is. And I'll see you later.
are watching Wazzovision, and this is Captain Wazzo, your nemesis. I have arrived back in your quadrant, and your ship remains in the same position. I have given you warning after warning, and your continued space maverick behaviors will not be tolerated any further. You have something on board that belongs to Wazzo Industries, and you continue to flaunt Space Directive 291. Everything you say and do is being recorded, and we will continue to gather information.
Don't listen, robot. Don't listen. I'm giving it. Bloody miss it. I'm not. I don't trust him 100%. I don't trust him 100%. I don't trust him. I don't trust him.
You are right to be wary of the WA-220 droid on your ship, and soon we will move to phase 2 of our plans. Operation Nayful's success will not be put in jeopardy by you or anybody else. As your sworn enemy, I once more say with feeling, move your ship and return your library books. Ignore Captain Wazzo at your peril.